Hello, it has been a while since we last met each other. I hope you guys are doing great. As for me, I've been doing fine, just been busy with schoolwork and working on the Webtoon per usual. The character that I'm actually painting right now is my Webtoon's main character. Her name is Raichi. If you want more information about that, you can check it out on my Instagram. Everything is found on my Instagram, all of my art is. I also am more active on Instagram. I post a lot more frequently there, and I do upload stories most of the time, and I share sneak peeks of the Webtoon from time to time when I can, so you should definitely go check that out. Anyways, now I'm thinking of what else to say, because this voiceover bit I always struggle with because I have nothing interesting to talk about. I mean, what can we talk about? Nothing. This is why I'm a horrible conversation partner, because I have nothing to talk about. Anyways, I guess we could talk about how I paint. So this painting is actually quite, how do I say it? I wouldn't say like new, because I've painted before, and this is usually how I do my paintings, but the only thing that's different here is that I used a different brush than usual. I used the gouache brush and the oil paint brush, which are default brushes you get in Clip Studio Paint, so I used those. I normally use a different brush, but my painting technique that I'm using today is pretty similar to the one that I normally do with my other brush. It just felt weird using this brush though, because obviously different brushes have different properties, and the way they are affects the way that you use them. So I had to kind of play around with that a bit, which is why I did a short, not really short, but I did like a quick painting sesh at the beginning. That painting session actually took me like 40 minutes-ish. It took me quite a while, so I wouldn't say it was quick. For most, it might not be quote-unquote quick, but for me, that's like a quick study, like a quick session, normally. Also, at the beginning, I included the original audio from while I was filming, just to add like some background noise, because I know some people like to have the ASMR aspect of drawing, so I included that. I don't know if you guys liked it, so just tell me if you don't want that in the future draw with me videos. I'll remove it, it's fine. But if you want me to keep it, then no problemo. I can do it either way. Also, I apologize for the incessant shaking throughout the whole video, because this channel runs on a budget, and I have like this really cheap ass camera, not a camera, like phone stand, ring light situation thing, and it's, yeah, the base is quite unstable, so that's why you have all the shaking. I apologize, it's not very pleasant to look at. It gets quite annoying actually for me watching. I would be quite annoyed, frankly. So I'm really sorry about that. Last time it was fine. Now it's just kind of shaking like that. I don't know, it's weird. Okay. Painting. What else can I talk about painting? I actually wasn't really satisfied with this painting. I feel like it could have been better, but to be honest, I have not painted in a while, because I have, as I've mentioned like a billion times before, I've just been really busy with the Webtoon, and that's all I've been focusing on, so I haven't been able to do personal art. This is like the first time in a while that I've been able to do art just for myself, and not because it's for the Webtoon. Technically it is, but you know, it's for me mostly. So yeah, I have not painted in a while. I would say I'm really rusty. Was not satisfied with this, but it's pretty good attempt, I guess. So that's that. I did actually do a thumbnail prior to doing this whole painting, because when I first tried to attempt the painting, the colors were just not it, so I redid the whole thing, did a thumbnail with colors and stuff so I can actually get a feel for what the whole thing will actually look like, and I redid it again. So this is the second time I've painted this piece. If you want to see the first painting I did, I'd be glad to show you that. Just tell me if you want to see it. I'll upload it on my Instagram. Just not on this video because I can't be bothered. I'm sorry. Okay. What else can I talk about? I guess I can talk a little bit about this character. So Reichi is basically this very bubbly, energetic, dance-loving girl. That sounds weird, but she basically is a dancer. That's it. And she is very gullible, very likable in the sense that she wears her heart on her sleeve, kind of. So, oh, hold on, BRB. Okay, so I'm back. Just had to pause there for a while because of something, technical issues. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what else can we talk about? Maybe I should have searched up conversation ideas before I made this video, but honestly, the voiceover part is the bane of my existence. I just have nothing to talk about. What do you guys like to talk about? You know, like, what is there to talk about? I guess we could talk about, like, climate change. I don't want to talk about AI anymore, okay? We don't talk about it. I'm so sick and tired of seeing AI everywhere. I just need a break from it. I don't want to talk about AI anymore. Climate change, do you guys want to talk about that? Or do you guys want to talk about existential crisis, philosophy? What do you guys want to hear me ramble about? That's what I'm curious to know. I can talk a little bit about philosophy. I was really into philosophy back when the pandemic started. I listened to this podcast that would talk about philosophy and the history of philosophy for a while, and I would listen to it while painting. It was quite interesting, actually, although I don't remember half of what I listened to. So, yeah. Back then I also I just hit the microphone. I just hit my earphones, sorry. Back then I also went through a phase of just watching TV shows in the background while I was painting, but I would never actually watch the TV show. I just wanted like background noise to feel like I'm not alone. So that was that. That was a phase I went through. Right now though, I try not to have anything playing in the background while I'm drawing or painting, just because I like to be focused. Music, I'm completely fine with that. Sometimes I do like to not have music playing, like music that's kind of distracting, which is music with lyrics or music that's really catchy, like catchy songs. I try to refrain from listening to those kinds of music when I'm trying to focus. So it really depends. And I think focus is one thing that not a lot of artists talk about when drawing, and I feel like focus is really important, because when you're multitasking while doing something, usually just does not end well, and you end up making a lot of mistakes. And I feel like that's the case when most people draw, is because they usually are distracted. They are not focused on what they're painting. Mostly they're thinking about what this painting is going to look like in the future, what the final product is going to be, instead of focusing on the now, on like the actual painting itself and what problems need to be resolved with the painting and what colors might be suitable for the painting at that present moment that the painting is at that stage, because they're more, how do I say this, more concerned with what the final product will look like. And I think that's also a problem that I face with painting, is that I am so fixed on having like this final product in my head. Like I have the image, right, the painting already finished in my head, and I'm so obsessed with sticking to that image sometimes that I find myself not being able to freely paint the way I should be, because I am just so fixated on trying to get, to reaching that final image and reaching that final product, instead of just enjoying the process and letting it take me to where the painting takes me. And sometimes that's okay, like sometimes what you actually imagine in your head will look different in the end, and that's okay. Sometimes it will be better, it will be worse, but that's really the fun in drawing and the fun in art, is that you can just let it take you where it needs to take you. I feel like that's something I should stop trying to control, like trying to control the overall piece and just have fun with it, because it's being obsessive that destroys the fun in making art for me. But I feel like most people can relate to that as well. Having an obsession or a fixation that gives them anxiety when creating, it just, refrains you from letting yourself wash over the joy in making stuff. So, just wanted to put that little tidbit out there for, I hope you didn't hear my bone just crack, but I need to stretch. My bone just cracked. Okay. What else? I've got nothing. I'm blanking out. Maybe I should just not do these voiceover parts, because I have nothing to say most of the time, but then it's like, wouldn't it be boring if it's just no voiceover? I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you find it boring if it's just music all the time and nobody talking? Sometimes I do find it boring, like I just want somebody to talk to me sometimes, Anyways, let me ask you, how are your kids doing? How are your kids doing, if you have any? How have you been? Are you fine mentally and physically? I hope you're doing great. Just remember, you are loved. Also, if you can hear like construction noise outside, that's because there is construction noise going on at the moment. So apologies for that, but I can't control that, so I'm sorry. Okay. I guess I can talk a little bit about my favorite shows at the moment. At the moment, I've been really liking Kung Earth, which is a mockumentary, sort of. It's basically if you took all those documentaries you saw as a kid, or if you took National Geographic and made it into a comedy, that's kind of what it is, except it's really more about dry humor. I love dry humor, it's great. Judge me if you will, but I love dry humor. It's just so funny to me, so I've been really enjoying that. Been watching a lot of Drag Race. It's just so much fun. And what else have I been watching? I've been watching We Bare Bears again. It's just really cute, heartwarming show. So yeah, I've just been really into light-hearted shows at the moment. Don't really need anything dark right now, because I'm going through stuff and I don't need more problems in my life from a show. I just need that escapism for a little bit. Okay. What else? Favorite songs? I can't really think of favorite songs at the moment. Maybe Perfect Pair by Bida Bida B. I I forgot her name, but yeah, bida boo something. But yeah, Perfect Pair, really good, really catchy. Love that song. I have so many favorite songs though. Like, I really want to be able to share these songs with you and put them on my YouTube videos, but I'll get copyrighted for that. And my first video actually, which was like a year figure drawing. Sorry. My first video, a year figure drawing, it actually got restricted in some countries. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the music, but I think it's because of the music. So yeah, I don't want to get restricted in other countries. So I'm trying to use copyright-free music right now. This is actually copyright-free music that you're listening to, which I am devastated about because there's so much good music that I want to be able to share with you guys, but I can't do that because I'll get copyrighted, and you know, the big companies are gonna come after me, and I get it. You know, it sucks when you have your music, your art basically just kind of like stolen from you. I do credit the music, but I do credit the artists, but apparently you're still gonna get copyrighted for that. So okay, hold on. I am racking my brain for more topics. I just thought of something to talk about a while ago, and for some reason it just left my head entirely. And I'm trying to like think back, what was it that I was trying to talk about? What was it? Damn, it's on the tip of my tongue, I just can't remember. I will get a microphone soon, just to give you guys better audio quality, because I do feel bad for your ears sometimes at the quality of this audio. So I will try to get a microphone when I can, when I'm not broke. At the moment, I just can't. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Okay. Oh, my back. Having back issues for real. I think okay, so I just can't seem to remember what I was supposed to talk about. So I think I'm just gonna leave you guys alone, because at this point I really have nothing to say. Hope your weekend has been well. It's the weekend over here where I'm recording this, so I hope your weekend has been great. Go get your needed rest before Monday comes again, because we know that Mondays suck, but yeah. Try to spend the weekend as best as you can, and grab yourself a hot drink, you know, go watch your favorite movie, and close this video because you deserve something better than this. Go watch a Netflix movie, like a nice TV show or something, not this garbage. Okay, I am going now. Goodbye, and I'll see you guys when I upload, which is someday, hopefully, but I'll see you when I see you, okay? Hope and pray will be an art-related video. Bye-bye!